There's this video going around of a man who is possibly facing 12 years in jail in Turks and Caicos for having ammunition in his luggage. Now I'm going to play a quick video by NBC News here for you guys, and you guys are going to see what his situation is and what exactly happened, and then I'm going to give you guys my opinion on the back end.
Valerie Watson finally made it home to Oklahoma, reunited with her kids today after a frightening 2-week ordeal in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Her husband Ryan is still there in jail.
And just to get to hold my babies was something that I have been thinking about for a long time. Our goal is to get Ryan home because we can't be a family without Dad.
The two shared their story last week before their first court hearing. They were stuck on the island, their passports confiscated. The Watsons left for vacation April 7th, visiting Turks and Caicos Islands to celebrate Ryan and some friends' 40th birthdays. When they went through security for their return flight, their carry-on was flagged and searched. Officials found a Ziploc bag of bullets.
They were hunting ammunition rounds that I use for whitetail deer, and I recognized them, and I thought, oh man, what a bonehead mistake. That I had no idea that those were in there.
They were from a previous hunting trip. Police were called and they were taken into custody.
When I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. This was a complete innocent mistake. Like, I had no idea that they were in there. I would have never, ever intentionally we came here to vacation. They, at that time, had referenced a law and told me that I was going to be looking at 12 years in prison.
When I heard that, I immediately was terrified because I was like, we can't both be in prison for 12 years. We have kids at home. And this is such an innocent mistake that we didn't even know. We didn't even know it was there.
The two were charged with suspicion of possession of ammunition. After 11 days of waiting, charges against Valerie were dropped. In 2022, the islands passed an amendment with stiffer penalties for possession of weapons or ammunition, increasing the mandatory minimum prison sentence to 12 years. Last September, the U.S. Embassy in the Bahamas issued a travel alert, warning Americans after a tourist from Indiana got an 8-month prison sentence for possession of ammunition.
I've been here for almost 70 days now after posting bail. Right now, just waiting to go to the hearing. Where my case would be heard, then following that would be sentencing.
Brian Hagerich was detained by Turks and Caicos authorities after a family vacation in February, when hunting ammunition was found in his luggage before he boarded a flight home.
I had no idea how it was there, but it was mine. And it's a bag that I had frequently used at home for hunting trips, weekend trips, etc.
Hagerich, a former professional baseball player who was drafted by the Florida Marlins, lives in Pennsylvania with his wife and 2 young kids. He spent 8 days in prison before posting bail and is awaiting a May 3rd court hearing.
It's incredibly scary. You just don't know what the next day may bring. You're in a completely different culture, different country by yourself. It's been the worst 70 days of my life.
The families are also dealing with the financial strain of paying for an extended stay and being cut off from their jobs.
This is something that we may never recover from. I mean,
we've already talked and we're like, what if we lose our house? We built a home that we thought was our forever home. And to think that this is going to ruin us. Yeah.
As you guys saw there, he had 4 rounds of ammunition. Hunting ammunition, wasn't regular bullets. He uses this bag to go hunting, and he knew the bullets were his. It's a sad, shitty situation all around. Now, a lot of people are actually comparing this to the Brittany Griner situation. It's mostly Black Twitter that's really talking about this. Like, all you pro-America, anti-Brittany Griner who says she should stay in Russia. Like, why don't you have the same energy for this man? He should face his jail time. And you know what? I agree. I 100% agree that this man should face the consequences of his actions. Just like Brittany Griner should have faced the consequences of her actions. She brought drugs illegally to a country where that shit's not tolerated, and this guy brought bullets to a country where that shit is not tolerated. So therefore, he should suffer his fate. If he gets 8 years, 10 years, 8 months like the other guy, then that's what it is. To be honest, I don't feel bad. My question is, how were these bullets not caught at TSA in America? Just goes to show how bad the TSA is. They constantly conduct tests in America to try and test TSA to see how efficient they are at actually catching stuff, and they fail all the time. TSA is not good at all, because this should have been something that was caught before he even left the country. He managed to get to Turks and Caicos, go on vacation, and then he got caught on the way back, or attempting to come back with the rounds. That's crazy that it wasn't caught before he even boarded the plane to go there in the first place. My other question is, why the fuck are these two gentlemen featured in this video using a bag they regularly use for hunting to travel? Why not have two separate fucking bags? It makes no sense. I would not use a bag that I use to carry my gun stuff, my magazines, all my stuff for traveling, because things like that can happen. It makes absolutely no sense. So for those of you who think that this man, because he has a family and because maybe he doesn't hate America, that he shouldn't serve his sentence, I think you're wrong. I think this man should do his 12 years in jail, because sucks to suck, and he made his fucking mistake. Guess what? A mistake or ignorance of the law is no excuse to break it. Serve the fucking sentence. Let's be consistent here. Because I know a lot of people will say, and it'll mostly be the conservatives who will say, oh, he shouldn't serve his prison sentence. Like, there's no way. But it was them too that were saying that Brittany Griner should just rot in Russian jail because she hates America. Which, okay, she hates America, and I don't like her for that either, because I love this country. But let's be consistent in the message. Let's be consistent in our standard. You can't have one standard for this gentleman who went to another country and broke a law, whether he knew about the law or not, and then say that Brittany Griner should have been under the jail for whatever amount of time they wanted to give her. Because I agree, she should have stayed in Russia. And this man should stay in that country. If he loses his house, his fault. His fault. He has a family that he might lose, his fault. Granted, people make mistakes all the time. A mistake does not excuse you from having to face consequence. That's the whole point. You make a mistake and you face the consequences of that mistake. Black Twitter, I understand you guys are gonna be upset because a lot of conservatives are gonna... No, but I agree with you. And I'm not a conservative. I'm a right-leaning libertarian. I've already said this plenty of times on the channel before. This guy should serve his fucking sentence. 100%. Let's apply the rules evenly. He made a mistake. I've made mistakes that I've paid for too. And so should everybody else. And there should have been no reason why we traded the literal merchant of death for a fucking women's basketball player. Gay women's basketball player that just was also black. And that was really the reason why. Because there's still other prisoners in Russia that are American. They're white American men that are being held for political reasons that Biden and his administration aren't looking to trade for. They're not looking to trade anybody for them. Those don't matter. They obviously don't matter. I mean, shit, you don't even give a fuck about the country if you're willing to trade one of the worst terrorists for a fucking basketball player. But 100%, this guy should serve his sentence. Sucks to suck, man, but that's just what it is. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and follow me on social media and join the Discord. The links are always in the description down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.